guys, remember the stickles? Remember the journaling card I promised? That's it. That's the front. And the whale tail tab I made with brown paper bag, and then a piece of that cardstock, the, what do I call it, parchment paper cardstock. Cut that out to fit. And then I used my square punch to cut out the 2 squares and made them diamonds. And then I used one of my 1784, I think, or 94 scans of I scanned it and then printed it on the label paper. So that's where I got that from. And then I just added it all together. I used the French script to make both the background and the tab, and then you flip it over and that's writing space, so that when it's dry will fit inside of our flip perfectly. And then I finished the CD label. Now it'll be plain. You can go in if you want to use your brush, and if I can find my brush again, I'll show you. You can stain that like I did with the stencil. You can do that and make it more uniform. Like it won't be that white behind it. So you can just go in with your brush. Oh shoot, I forgot about I thought I had put stickles on here, see? And you can just go in and change up the color of that paper so that it's not the stark white all around. And hopefully you can reach as far down as you need to go. But see, now you don't have that stark white. Then I embellished the CD cover, of course, with the copy dyed paper. And then I used the piece that I cut off the CD envelope here to make that little decorative stripe. And then we stenciled, and then I did the brown paper bag and I stenciled that, added it. And then we had our pocket, and I put my pockets in place to dry. We made the flower. Oops, I got a little bit of string here that I don't need or want. Okay, you remember in the beginning we made the pocket with the lace, and then we made the flower, and that all goes side by side in the journal. And once my journaling card is dry, I really gotta, this will go here. I have to make a card for this side too, but we may as well glue this in and call it a wrap. We're gonna glue along the bottom, along this side, and we're going to drop this right here. And I will make something to put in there, maybe from one of the new prompts. I don't know yet, but right here we go. That's one pocket. And then I have to do the other pocket, or I could count this as my second pocket right there. And there's our flip. It was a flip up, flip down, flip out, however we wanted it. So I think I'm going to make this my second pocket and meet 2 goals at once. Yep, I do believe that's the plan. So there's our pocket. Do I want that? Yeah, I do want that. Oh, there's the glue. I was like, where did that glue come from? It's right there. Alright, so I do have to be careful with that. But I like this. This to me seems like the perfect fit. So let's get that glued in. And really all I need is a real thin line here and a real thin line there. And then we drop this here. And we drop that there. And we fold it up. And that's that. So there's one pocket, my flip down, and my second pocket. Now it's a small pocket, but that's okay because it just needs to be able to hold something. And that something is that third tag we made. I did add the buttons. Thought that was pretty fun. So that'll hold this. Yay! So there's my two pockets. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I may add something to that. I might add something to that. We're not going to call that our second pocket. It's not working out so great. But there's our flip down. Here's your writing space. Flip up. And then the journaling card will go in there once it's dry. Yay! I'm sure liking how this is turning out. Lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Alright guys, that's that. That's a wrap. I will go ahead and do the other pocket and then I'll put it over here. So it'll be on this side. It'll be opposites. That'll be kind of cool. We're going to let that dry. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next portion of this video where I show you how I did all of this. See you. Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to day 3 and most likely 4 of the tag, the scrap it up hashtag challenge hosted by Etta J and myself as a participant and Dahlia of Mandalay Cards and More as a participant, and I'm going to combine 2 today if I have time. So stay with me and I'll let you know what we're doing. Okay, this was one of those samples you get of like blinds from like a blind store or a wallpaper store, and it was a square. Now I trimmed this one to fit my pocket, and I'll have to do the same on that one. I will finish both, but we're only going to make one in this video so we can move along to prompt number 4 and not run out of time. Okay, so I think I do want to ink my blind thing. I did stamp it with that same French script stamp. It didn't turn out super dark, but that's okay. It's just broke up some of that plain color. We are going to ink the edges if it will allow. Keeping it all grungy, you know me. I like my dark colors, not like dark, but like I like browns and earth tones, greens and blue, dark, you know. I love, actually used to not like blue at all. And then over the years, my taste buds changed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this lace glued down right along the edge. I don't want it to be so high up that it interferes too much with my pockets. So I'm going to run the glue along and then lay it down. And I will be using my Lineco and praying that it will stay put. I've had pretty good luck with it so far. But I need to use this one up. This one might be art glitter glue actually. I don't know, it's one of the two, but I need to use it up. Come on. Because it was getting kind of thin on me. Bring it down here a little bit, catch all that lace. And then we'll move on to the next step while this dries. So again, I just want it barely to the edge. I just want to kind of cover up that plain white edge, the decorative something. Then we're going to set this to the side to dry. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is a flower. And you may need 4 or 5 of these depending on your difference in your circles. I used an 1.5" punch and a 1 3/8 punch. If you don't have that, just draw your circles, you know, trace something, trace the bottom of something, and it just needs to be 2 different sizes. So one is the under piece, and then the next one will be your flowers. Now you can go ahead and do the outside edges, but you'll need, there's more inking when we get closer to what we're doing. There is going to be a colored side and a white side. So I think what I want to do is, I'll show you the fold and you decide your style. Because you could do this 2 different ways. You could do it with a white circle, you could do it with the pattern circle, I think, if I recall. This does turn out really cute. So you're going to go this way and fold it in half. Okay, then you're going to ink the edge. Then you're going to fold it. I just fold it in half, but I pinch, you just pinch right here. Okay, so then I know where to make my second fold come down. Okay, almost like making snowflakes. And then this fold come down, and then this gives you your flower petal. Okay, then this gets glued to the center of your circle, just like so. Now you can glue these down, you can leave them up, or you can glue them down. I prefer to glue them down. I really need to find my other glue. So you'll go to the edge all the way around until you fill it up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Come on. We're going to glue the first one. Okay. Then we'll ink and glue the second and third and fourth and so on. And they're all relatively done exactly the same. You just get different patterns because you cut them from different parts of the paper. And then this one will go here. And you can embellish the center with something, which I probably will. I'm okay if my pages stick up. Actually, I'm very okay with that. Okay, you see how this is going? So this is going to create your flower. Bring it all the way to the center. And this will be our last one. I think I'm going to do a stickles in the center, just to keep it aligned with those tags we made. Trim off that little bit of stuff right there. You can do these with book pages, You can do these with any piece of paper that you like. The thinner the paper, the better the outcome. Come on, paper, work with me here, and then this one will go here. Just like so. Okay, and then there's your flower. Now, again, you can leave these up if you want, but I prefer to lay them down because I don't want absolute and total bulk in my journal. You still get the same effect, just not as 3D. Okay, I got mine a little closer to the edge, but that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, then, like I said, I do believe I want to put a stickle on mine, and keeping it aligned with the design we're using. Alright, so there's our pocket, number 1. And then I'm just going to glue the whole outer edge of this, put it here, and then I'm going to take my stickles. I wonder if I should do the pink. No pink. You know what I could do? I have lots of stuff that I could put on there, actually. Lots and lots of different things. Just need to be able to get to them here. Let me see if anything just jumps out at me, right? Could do a button. I could, because I put buttons on those tags we made, could definitely do a button. I could do one of these. Or I could do a button. I think I'm going to do a button, because I have some tiny ones. Let's do a small button. I have this bling. Well, that's not what I thought it was. Come back here. Watch me lose it. There it is. Come on. I have that bling. But that's just not, let's not do it for me. Got a little pink button. Little green button, orange. See, I want something like that. And then I can drop, where'd it go? There was a white one, this one. And probably drop that one down into it. Nope, we're going to leave it like that. We're going to leave it like that. Just glue that down to the center. That's all it needs. Maybe a little piece of lace behind it, I don't know. I don't know. Am I overthinking it, guys? Maybe. Could put a little piece of lace under it. Let's see. Dare I? Dare I? I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Will I? I don't know. Let's see if it looks good. Actually, it doesn't look bad at all, but maybe I want white because it doesn't show up much, you know? Maybe we want white. Yeah, I think we want white. That will bring out We'll do it like this, and then like that. Yes, just like that, guys. That'll work. That will work. Yep, I like. I'll just glue this. I keep forgetting that I close it, right? And put you down here. And we'll put you down here. And then we'll put our little button. One more thing to dry right there. That works for me. Okay, I'm going to put something heavy on that and let it dry. And then I'll make the other one at another time. And like I said, we will come back to, is that going to stand up on there? It does if I put it next to something, right? Give it a balance. Actually, I think it'll stay just like it is. Just leave it. Okay, so next up is the flip swap. Let me double check. Day 4 was flip it. Add a flip up, flip down, or flip out element using scraps. Okay, well, I'm going to cheat. Just because I had this great idea. I'm going to use, if it fits, these are our tags. They're going to go in our pockets. Let's see if this guy fits. It's a little too wide that way. It's a little too long that way. So, I still think we can make this work. If I cut this off, then it becomes a pocket, and then all I have to do is glue this side down. Let's try that. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. So what do I want to glue to it? I think I want to glue. Do I want to do crocodile paper? I think I do. Because then we can go back. The first thing I'm going to do though is close off this edge. Oh, I can do it with my paper. Never mind. Never mind. I can do it with my paper. We're going to cover both. Well, we'll cover the flap as well. But right now we're going to start with this piece. I think I'm going to leave those dots on there. Yep. I do believe I will. We're going to start out simple. Simple. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, I could fix it. We're going to go this way. Right up to the line. Kind of cut my stuff off there, didn't I? That's okay. That is okay. We don't have to be perfect. Get all my old glue off. If you don't have one of those erasers, you know you can just rub the glue until it rolls off. Most of the time. Sometimes your paper will tear. Sometimes. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it. Get our tear ruler. What did I do with my tear ruler? Everything hides. Everything literally hides on me. It's because I have this bad habit of just putting things to the left or the right of me, and then I can never find what I'm looking for. Where are you, tear ruler? So anyhow, we'll do this, and then you can choose to cover both sides or just cut around your circle here. But I think I'm going to do mine a little different. I think I'm going to stencil mine. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stencil mine. Well, we're just going to trim this one with our scissors. Whoops. Don't cut into it like I did. That could come back to haunt you, because I'm trying to make this a pocket. Oh, I did not want that to be unglued. What am I doing? I need that to stay glued. This is the end we're going to cut. So we're just going to slice a thin piece off of here. Just a small enough slice so that it opens. All the way across. See, now we got this. Okay, so now we're going to cover the front. This piece will be glued down, so you don't have to worry about this side, only this side. But like I said, I think I'm going to stencil it. So let me grab a stencil and some vintage photo ink. Be right back. All right, guys, so remember that if you don't like the stark white, you can change it up like I am here with a stencil and some distress ink. I went with walnut stain because I'm going to come back with the scorched timber and put that, think of the word here in a minute, French script on here. So try and avoid the plastic if you can, and if not, don't worry about it. It's plastic, like, what do you call it, acetate, you can wipe it off. So then we're going to get this nice stenciled effect. And then we'll come back in later and make a journaling card for it. We will not do that today, but look, okay. Need a little bit near here on the corner. There we go. Okay, so now I can come in with this guy. And start stenciling that French script on there, and then we'll come back and we'll wipe it off. Or you could leave it on. I don't know that it'll stay. Okay, so if this is going to flip out, yeah, it should be like this. Perfect. If you have any little blank spots, you can just come back and fill them in. Like so. Alright, so there's that. Now, do we want to do the back side? Maybe. Or do we want to leave it as a journaling spot? Our pocket will slide out. You will have to open it to pull the pocket out, which is fine. Or do we attach it to this side? Same thing. No, I can remember that I gotta flip it out to pull the pocket out. No worries. Because remember it was too big. Remember it was too big to flip up and flip down. Although actually I could probably trim more off of that side and make it fit. Tra-la-la. Let's see. Something to think about here, right? Something to think about. Let's just do that. Because it was barely off. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Gotta find the journal again. I lost it again. See how fast? Like I'm telling you, I think I set the world's record. Honest to gosh. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna come in and we'll trim that much off, and I think it'll fit. Because our journal, which I thought I'd lost but didn't. Where were we? Here. Nope, that's the back. We were here. So the first page is the two pockets. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, we're going to skip a page. We're going to do it right here, and I think now it'll fit since I trimmed it. Yes, it does indeed fit right there. So this will be our pocket this way. Yep, that's it, guys. And then I need to cover this piece. We can make that a pocket. Yep. I think I want to do it with the brown paper bag and then stamp it. Yeah, I think I do. I'm going to do it with the brown paper bag and then stamp it. That's what I want to do. Yeah, this side right here. Because the other side will be glued down. Yeah. That's it. That's it, guys, and we'll see how it looks. Right? This side comes up. Whoa, I'll have to fix that. I can just fix it up there. Yeah, that's it. Because this piece gets glued down to here. This piece gets glued there and there. Yeah, we did it right. Okay, but I do gotta fix this and this, so it's only going to be that top that opens. So I can fix that pretty easy. Pretty easy, yes indeed. Alright, so let's get this trimmed up and inked. And later when we have to do a journaling card, if that's for the prompt, we'll do it. If not, we'll just do one. End of story. Right? Right. Actually, I could glue that in. Yeah, I'll just glue that in. Nothing wrong with that, right? Now all I need to do is trim this bottom. And we are set, guys. And then I think I'll put some of the trim on there. In fact, I know I will. Yep. I know I will. Just like that. Why waste it, right? I only want this piece. Hopefully I don't ruin the whole thing. Yep, that's all I wanted. And then we'll ink the edge and we're done. And I'll put it in the journal at another time. That's going to work for me. Also, I think I could probably do that with this edge. Let's see. Get a nice straight edge. Yep. Trim and glue. But the one thing I want to do first is stamp it. Okay, so when we come back, I'll show you how this looks in the journal. So thank you guys. You know now how to do it, and in our next little, and you'll see how it looks, guys. So with all of that being said, I appreciate all of you for liking, subscribing, commenting. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you in the next video.